Once we declare it, we defend it. Bring them. Deploy all those security, deploy everything to Biafra. Biafra have decided to leave and they are going to declare Biafra very soon. Once we declare it, we defend it. Bring them.
It is not palatable for us. Even we've been running skater, moving up and down to look for fuel, and we couldn't get it. Like the filling station we are now, there's no fuel. People, the rate of inflation in the state now is not our currency. It's unbearable.
In Edo State, motorists are also feeling it.
It is not palatable for us. Even we've been running skater, moving up and down. It is not palatable for us. Even we've been running skater, moving up and down to look for fuel, and we couldn't get it. Like the filling station we are now, there's no fuel. People, the rate of inflation in the state now is not our currency. It's unbearable.
In Edo State, motorists are also feeling the pinch as long queues can be seen at NNPC mega filling stations. The price is now pegged at 591 naira per litre in Benin City. In Kaduna State, some marketers have adjusted their price to 620 naira per litre, an action that has left motorists angered.
That boy just left me and started talking to one woman. Never know say they have raised the fuel price. To call his attention now, was telling me it's 620 naira. Is it a new stock or old stock? We are using old stock. Look at the other vehicle there now, waiting for fuel to be withdrawn. But still they are saying 620, using the twinkle of an eye. Where are we heading to as Nigerians? Is there any justification in it? In less than 10 minutes, somebody was here before me. They buy fuel at the rate of 520, 540. Now they are selling difference of 800 naira. No, let the government realize that certain things are worsening. We cannot just fold the hand and start behind. When last did they increase fuel price? No subsidy, nothing. Now overnight they say 620.
Independent marketers in Kanu State are yet to adjust their pump price, as theirs is still pegged at 540 naira per litre. Even though the price is yet unchanged, fuel queues are said to be returning to petrol stations in the state. The situation is not any different in Taraba State, as residents are concerned about the price.
The situation is not only ridiculous, it is repulsive to human sensibility and sensitivity. It's an affront to our right as citizens. Fuel has just been increased not long ago to 550. And today we are witnessing 630. Do we have a government that have a heart, the people at heart? No. This is really unbearable for the average citizen.
In Jigawa State, stations managed by the NNPC are selling the pump price at 620 naira per litre. In the South region, the product is being sold at 591 naira per litre by independent marketers in Rivers State. It is barely 3 months since the president announced the removal of fuel subsidy, increasing pump price from 165 naira to 488 naira at the NNPC filling stations. Nigerians were yet recovering from that, and now this increase in pump price will affect everything else, from transportation to food prices. It is clear the road to economic recovery is perhaps a long way ahead.
You go to the market, you buy the product, you come to the market and sell it at its ongoing, its prevailing market price. Nothing to do with supply. We don't have supply issues. There are a robust supply. We have over 32 days of supply in country. That's not a problem. What I know is that the market forces will regulate the market. Prices will go down sometimes it will go up, but there will be stability of supply. And I'm also assuring Nigerians that this is the best way to go forward so that we can adjust prices when market goes. I don't have the details this moment, but I know that our marketing wing acts just like so many of them are online. I'm sure my colleague will confirm confirmed this. So market forces have started to play. People have started having confidence in the market, and the private sector people are now importing product. But there's no way they can recover their costs if they cannot take market reflective costs.
Good morning.
Good morning. So, our viewers out there, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching from. Trust we had a wonderful night first and we're good. Yeah, also you're all welcome to another episode of our newspaper review. Miss Priya, how much is foil price in your town?
Good morning. I learned it around 590 as at yesterday. There's a sound from your background. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Seems like there's a sound in your background, like a video.
The video is still playing at my end here. I don't understand. It's still playing at my end, and that's why you could not hear me.
Is it the fuel increase that is causing this?
You say?
Is it the
What
fuel
you say?
increase that is causing this?
Oh, most likely. Most likely. Who can tell? You know, in this country now, you cannot predict.
As at yesterday, the driver said the fuel was 570, let me say around 12. Then before evening, it was already 590. That's from a direct source, so this is not just normal going to the fuel station directly. So as at yesterday, it was 590. That was what I heard. So close by today, how much is going to be the current price now? So I don't know.
No wonder I wanted to buy a motorcycle, and the man was like, "You can't take me normal price again." So they have to add extra to it. I was like, wow, like wow.
Your voice is low. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Very, very faint, like very low.
Okay, is it better now? Please to all our viewers out there, if you're just coming across this channel, don't forget to click the subscription button and turn on your notification bell so as to get notified whenever we're live. And please don't forget to click the like button, send in your super chat. If you're in Alice O Media and you want to send your super chat, please come over to Alice O HQ and give up some super chats. Okay, Miss Priya, can you hear me clearly now?
Yes, very well.
All right, so let's fire down.
Sorry, I didn't get the last thing you said. What did you say?
Okay, let's start. So, starting with Guardian newspaper. The
Okay.
Nigerian higher fuel price strains income, worsen poverty, and average fare paid by commuters for bus journeys within and outside the city up by 50 to 100%, and freight 617 naira per liter, and 30,000 naira minimum wage insufficient to fill an average car. And lawmakers probe alleged 2 trillion non-remittance by NNPCL. And Senate unveils Tinubu's ministerial list today. And that's on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. And that's all on the Guardian newspaper today.
Okay, over to the Nation newspaper. The Nation newspaper. UKE agency okays Naira for trade financing. Story continues on page 7. Senate House to probe NLPCL, NDDC, others. Story continues on page 4 of the Nation newspaper. CBN access show 2,698 BTCs. Heat wave threatens lives in US, Europe. NPA target 500 billion naira revenue. Story continues on page 5. Tinubu orders release of grains to 50 million farmers. Orders. President direct review of 8,000 naira cash transfer to poor household. Senate seek immediate action on Odo auction surge. Market forces driving price of petrol, says Kyari. Story continues on page 5. NLPCL. Price of petrol will go up and down as prevailing situation dictates. Oyo, Osun, Kano, others declare holiday for Hijah. The story continues from page 2, and that's it on the Nation newspaper.
Consistency, APC tells court, that's on page 4, and proposed palliative cash transfers rope the poor to pay the rich. NLC, that's on page 5. And Labour lets passengers undergo BP sugar level check before boarding plane. Webster's Aviation Ministry, that's on page 6. And Nigerians agonize. NLC kicks as NNPCL sells petrol at 617 naira. Unemployment caused by high petrol price will increase mental disorder. This coming from a psychiatric. And we are watching. That's from ASU. And freight price hike at 617 naira will further destroy economy, make naira worthless. This from an expert. And market forces now determine price of petrol. That's coming from NNPCL. And NPA generated 191.4 billion naira revenue in first half of 2023, remitted 55.7 billion naira to consolidated revenue fund. And on trafficking, how Abuja residents rent out 7-month-old babies daily at 3,000 naira for alms begging. And on ocean surge, Senate to pop 6.5 billion naira shoreline protection contract. And after public outcry, Tinubu reviews 8,000 naira palliative to 12 million households to unveil complete package for Nigerians. Miss Priye, if Fuel is 617 naira per liter. Please, how many liter can 8,000 naira buy? Or they're not supposed to use fuel, or they're not going to feed their gas.
Even if they don't even use fuel, nor feed their gas, when they buy something, those people selling, they will definitely add fuel price to it now. They'll say they use fuel to do everything. So
Obviously,
8,000 naira cannot do anything because I think a rubber of rice now. Okay, I learned that a cup of rice is about 200 naira. Like one cup of rice is about 200.
a rubber of rice is 3.6.
Okay, and in a rubber we have about how many cups inside? It's about 12, I mean 11
Okay, so
in a
should be
rubber.
12 cups.
Okay. Now you're giving 8,000 to
Now let's analyze the
to
family of
you said?
six. You know, guys eat more.
Okay, exactly. So they will definitely cook about let me say 6 cup once. No oil. You say a rubber is 3,000. You don't know
Three
how
six.
much they will sell oil and all that things. So which means 8,000 will not sustain them for even 2 weeks, talk more of a month or forever.
Just say 2 weeks. 8,000 is just for a day. Are you for
Okay.
real? Just for a day. Just
No,
going with this. And
I'm just assuming if maybe they used to manage well.
no matter how they manage it, is to never get a week.
Hmm.
Even you as a single lady, you don't really do you okay, fine. You don't buy snacks. Like me, I don't buy snacks.
Me, I buy snacks so mini me chin chin, very well. Cocoa Pops, very well. So I buy snacks. So 8,000 cannot take me for a week. Just me, 8,000 will not take me anywhere. Because even food now, if you go and buy food, okay, like yesterday, I went to a lounge to go and get food. Just a plate of rice and turkey was about 6,600. Just a plate. And it's not like the food is going to even sustain me for 24 hours. And you're not giving me 8,000 and you expect me to tell you thank you that you've done something great for feeding. Nigeria is something else. Right, let's
But
continue.
so to our viewers out there, the link has been posted. If you want to give your contribution, you can join us via the link. And please don't forget to click on the like button, send in your super chat. You know, far as increase the hand, there's increase in foil, so we need super chat.
So we need increase in super chat. Increase in super chat. All right, let's move on now to the Daily Trust newspaper. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, to the Daily Trust. Bond kicks at NBC Mo's license free hike. Broadcasting code review. Finally, flight service begins on Lagos Ibadan fast train. Senate may get ministerial list today. Petrol at 617 naira per litre. FG on path to dictatorship will resort to self-help LLC. Commuters grown as commercial drivers hike fares. Market forces responsible. NLPCL increase minimum wage to 100,000 naira civil society. Tinubu orders review of 8,000 naira palliative. Farmers flee Borno villages as Boko Haram killings return. Nigeria daily petrol consumption falls by 35%. Bride removes gown to escape as bandits attack wedding convoy. Telephone to rape. Airports recover 323 billion naira debt from FG. And that's it on the Daily Trust newspaper.
And over to the Punch newspaper. Tinubu backtracks reviews proposed 8,000 naira palliative, and sustained air attacks on terrorist commander tells troops. North Central, South West ex-governors may replace Adamu Omisore. And NLC TUC Lambert Tinubu as free eats 630 naira per litre shown negotiation. And Labour kicks against 8,000 naira palliative, says Tinubu deviated from making Nigerian better. NLPCL defends new pop price filling stations shunt queues resurface in Abuja, Lagos. And CBN delays 2,698 BDCs in 1 year. A military threatening to demolish 5,000 houses, Ogu communities tell assembly. And troops killed 2 IPOP fighters and arrest 5 in Delta. And that's all on the Punch newspaper.
Moving on to the Vanguard newspaper. Court asks EcoBank to pay Honeywell 72.2 billion naira damages. Exchange rate. Foreign scholarships to be suspended for 2 years. Theft fund. Reps to security agency. Stop setting vessels with stolen crude oil on fire. Anger as petrol hits 568 naira per litre in Lagos, 617 in Abuja. Others. And there's a picture display of the 3 presidents' visit Tinubu. Subsidy remover. Tinubu orders review of proposed 8,000 naira cash transfer. Plans to unveil FG's palliative packages. Stop eating meat from sick animals. NCDC warns Nigerians. And from the sport news, West Ham Everton fight for Inako. And that's it on the Vanguard newspaper. Seems like you can't hear me. All right. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The Daily Sun newspaper. Damages. Court rules in favor of Honeywell. Orders EcoBank to pay 72 billion naira. Story continues on page 27. Anger, agony as petrol price rises to 617 naira. Sharp increase on wise. Threat to Nigeria. NLC-CLO. Market forces driving up petrol prices, says Kyari. Why we hike price? Oil marketers. Story continues on page 2 and 6 of the Daily Sun newspaper. Senate raises the alarm over erosion menace in Edo, Anambra. Soldiers kill 2 IPOB ESN fighters in Delta. Arrest 5 others. While I sold my 3 children for 1.5 million naira. suspect. Story continues on page 14 and 15. Guduji open ops on $10 billion CCTV camera loan project. Alleged contract breach. Nigeria seek $150 million damages against Google. GoodDaddy.com. Outcome of presidential election tribunal may throw Nigeria into turmoil. Body George warns. Ex-governor, technocrat top Tinubu list of ministerial nominees. Story continues on page 28. Senate receive list for screening. Appeal court dismisses Enugu APC Cuba appeal against Maba. Story continues on page 28. And that's it on the Daily Sun newspaper.
And over to this day newspaper. Subsidy. Tinubu directs immediate review of 8,000 naira cash transfer and orders unveiling of entire palliative package to Nigerians. An illegal expert order, court orders Ecobank to pay Honeywell 72 billion naira, and that's on page 10. President had no telephone conversation with CJN Eriwola, this coming from the APC, and challenged by bleak future, newspapers owners, stakeholders deliberate on ways forward. And still on the free price, Labour threatens to pull out the talks with federal government. And litre now 617 naira. Yari attributes hike to market forces. And LLC accuses government of insensitivity, says no transparency in disbursement of palliative. And NPC GCEO and it says no shortfall in product supply. NMDPRA blames rising crude prices, freight costs, and NECA cakes urges federal government not to kill those it's trying to save. And there's a photo there, democracy and security on their minds. And still on the federal character, House to probe MDA's appointment from 2015 to 2023. Lord Larry, thank you so much for the super chat. Mr. Oyewa, you're welcome. Good morning, sir.
I guess you can
Mr.
hear us.
Oyewa.
Yeah, good morning.
Okay, good morning, sir.
How are you?
Very well.
Kawa and Priya, right? No, this is a name that's with me well. Na native name. Kawa and Priya. How are they? How is the home?
Very well.
Yeah.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Now well done for the work. Good.
Lord Larry, good morning. Thank you for the super chat.
Please let's keep sending in the super chat so we can get fuel for this channel. We need to buy fuel. Fuel is expensive now. Mr. Oyewa. Okay, so think there is something here. If you notice the headline, Miss Priya. If you notice the headline.
You don't bring this one here again. What do you talk? This Judas here.
like from our headline, says alleged terrorism. Nigeria court discharges NNAMDI KANU supporter after 2 years of incarceration. Now, my question is, why is his face covered? So we need to identify the person that they're talking about.
He said
Nigerian court discharges NNAMDI KANU supporter after 2 years of incarceration. Okay, let me just go through it a bit. It said a federal high court in Abuja discharged Dalton Unamba, a supporter of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu. And Dalton Unamba, who regained his freedom on Monday, has been held for 2 years over charges of alleged terrorism. And Ifeanyi Ejiofor, a human rights activist and IPOP lawyer, made this known in a statement on Tuesday titled "Another Landmark Victory Recorded in the New Week." And he explained that Dalitins Gori experience in the hand of members of the default intelligence response team, hitherto under the direct supervision of the suspended DCP, Abba Yari, was indeed horrific. He said, "We remain dedicated to our avoid undertaking towards ensuring that every Izezibo, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, is Izibo Imushineke, who are illegally detained in the various correctional centers across the state and custodies of the Nigerian securities agencies, respectively, and secure their freedom through legal processes. In line with our avoid profound commitment, only yesterday, being the 17th day of July 2023, Mr. Dalitin Unamba, who has been incarcerated over the past 2 years, was upon our application discharged of the frivolous terrorism charge filed against him at the Federal High Court, Abuja, in charge number FHCABJ CR 476/2021. And upon the charge being struck out on our application, His Lordship consistently discharged Mr. Dalitin Unamba and told him to go home. He has gone home a free man. Dalitin Gori experience in the hand of members of the defunct intelligence response team, hitherto under the direct supervision and headship of disgraced suspended DCP Abayari, was indeed horrific, because right in his presence, the soulless officers of the defunct IRT team randomly brought out innocent Biafrans from their cell, who were all adopted from the southeast states. Okay, so that is just a brief introduction on that. So now, what my question is, one, there's a claim that some Biafrans have been released, and if you notice the thumbnail, you can see that the face of the so-called supporter was covered.
Kewe, Abi, is it not Kewe, right?
Yes, sir.
I told you before that I don't know why you people continue validating a criminal Ejiofor. That man is not an is not a lawyer. All this thing that you see him doing is propaganda.
Really?
If truly they release that guy, they want to make use of him against original IPOB, which anybody you see that they release now is propaganda by DSS. They want to use them against the struggle. Ejiofor is a criminal. He's not a lawyer. He has never won any case for his life. When our leader, we continue saying this, and our leader have already said it before he was kidnapped. The first time they released our leader was not by their lawyer. Zoo doesn't obey rule of law. Zoo doesn't obey court order. Our leader was released with the help of Tompolo and the Gbeshu, and the which is what did they call them? All these militant. There's another one. What did they call them? What did they call them? These people that normally enter inside the ocean very, very well. When I remember their name, I will tell you. It's with the help of Tompolo. When you hold Nigeria in their resources, they will obey. Even if an educated man, an educated lawyer go to court, anything you said, they will just release the person. It's not because they are obeying, it's because you are hitting them hard. That's the point. All this one that Ejiofor is doing is propaganda, because he knows that we have known his secret. We have known what he's planned. We have known what he's going to do in Biafra struggle. NNAMDI Kanu did not notice this man very, very well. This man is worse than Ife Ajuna. This Ejiofor is worse than the sabotage of Biafran war. This Ejiofor that you are seeing is worse than the sabotage they do during Biafran war. This Ejiofor is the highest sabotage, highest criminal in the whole world. This man is not a lawyer. This man is a criminal. This man is a killer. Could you imagine that this man intentionally with DSS burned his home and claimed it was a Nigeria DSS that burned it? This man made the whole plan. This man burned his bodyguard, which is a commander of ESN, inside his motor. He rescued the make plan. They rescue his brother and burn only that. This man has killed a lot of Eastern Security Network. This man is a crook. He's an armed robber, and it will never better for this man. It will never better for him. All these things you see that every day you come on newspaper, it is propaganda, because Nigeria government is at his neck, because he has failed woefully, because he thought whenever they kidnap NNAMDI Kanu, the Biafran struggle will be dead forever. That's why you see Lai Mohammed always, you come on radio, national television and be saying that Biafra is dead because they have kidnapped NNAMDI Kanu. They did not know that there is somebody that God, Chukwu Abiyama, reserved for Biafra, which is our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Even if they kidnap him again, which God will never allow them, because we have information now that 6 of them, 4 people from the north and 1 person from Enugu, and the other ones, they are in Finland now, but they will meet their Waterloo over there, because they want to stop the kingdom of God here on earth, and it can never happen. They haven't seen anything yet. Assuming I'm ready to come down to Biafra land, I will come and definitely look for this Ejiofor. Thunder will fire him. I will come and definitely look for this Ejiofor by myself, because they can't continue deceiving our people every day, talking rubbish on social media. His plan and the Ejiofor and the Ifeanyi Oba and Co. and the China Sanwora and some Fulani Efulef and Tinubu, that drug baron, and Shetima, people, they are killing people every day in the north. People are running. They continue attacking our people, our ESN, which they are protecting our land because of all these invaders everywhere. So what I just want to tell you is that this man is a criminal. He is not doing this anything. He's not releasing all this thing is propaganda. Anybody you see them release, come on social media, talk, la 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 la, publish them. It is propaganda. Foul. We don't believe this nonsense. They want to use those people that they release to fight against the children of God, which God will never give them that power. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Oyewa. Okay, wifey, please talk to me.
Yeah. Why I came into this show, I heard you saying, why did they cover that person's face? They say they release or whatever. Yeah, normally I think it's because so the public cannot identify the person, or probably the person is underage, or you know. So the issue of Nigeria is a long way, because the Nigerian government, they're not listening. That's the politicians. You see, like the last speaker who just spoke now said that Ejiofor, that guy who called himself barrister, because I used to see NNAMDI KANU in the court, you know, talking to each other, not knowing that he's just doing his own, you know, his own underground work just to destroy everything that the Biafra people are trying to, you know, get to. The thing is, the Nigerian government, or the people who own Nigeria, like let's say the Fulani cabals or the Fulanis, because Nigeria, when you look at things, you see that Nigeria belongs to some certain people, while some certain people are like second-hand citizens in their own land. And we all in Nigeria there, we all say we are one Nigeria, we are one Nigeria. I don't know how we think, we Africa. The way we think, the way we do things is just disgraceful. With all the, you know, the education they say they've got back home in Nigeria, you see all these professors, Wole Soyinka, all of them. Nobody's calling this government to order, you know. Everybody, look, the situation that Nigeria is right now, Nigeria is gone. The state that Nigeria is right now, I'm not gonna say it's Buhari that ruled Nigeria. No, right from 1960, when, you know, Nigeria got their independence, all the past and present leaders and everybody in power, they ruled that country. Everybody in Nigeria, everybody, including all these big time churches, pastors, everybody, they use their hand to ruin their country. Yeah, so then Buhari came, everybody kept quiet, everybody kept mute. When I say everybody kept mute, I'm not talking about the common people. I'm talking about all these big time people in politics, all these, the governors, whereby they allow Buhari to bring in all these Fulani headsmen, where they invaded every village in Nigeria, terrorizing people. And everybody kept me because they've given them money. They're all cowards. Both the traditional rulers, they're all cowards. You see, these people, they cannot come together, all these politicians, all these rulers, and say, look, enough is enough now. We need to move on and make Nigeria a better country. You see, but everybody is busy. Oh, we want this person to be president. We want Mr. This to be president. Is our person, this and that. You see, so for me, if they say, what is my opinion or what is my own suggestion that can move Nigeria forward the way it is right now? There is no prime minister, sorry, there is no president, because I'm in a country where we have a prime minister, not president. There is no president right now in Nigeria that can repair Nigeria the way Nigeria is right now. The way Nigeria is right now is like a house, you know, a house that has started, the zinc is falling off, you know, that is the way Nigeria is. So now you want to rebuild that house. What you do, you demolish it and start afresh again, right from the foundation. So for Nigeria to move forward, They should go and look into the constitution and sort it out and sit down. All the people, the three nations, Biafra, Yoruba, Igbo, I will say let them sit down, if not because of selfishness, and look at how they're gonna sit down and talk friendly. How do we go forward? But African, they don't do that like they do here in the Western world. They sit down and say, how do we move our country forward and better for everybody? In the case of we Africans, particularly Nigeria to be precisely, they don't care. All they do is just fighting for their own pockets, looting money, stealing, you know? So the way they asked me, like I said before, sorry, is to divide the country. Let the Biafrans go, let the Arewa go, let the Yoruba go, the Oduduwa go, let everybody. Then they now all come together and begin to know how they're gonna be friendly. We don't have to be fighting each other. But the politicians we have in Nigeria, I would say they are all thieves. They are all criminals, including everybody in power and position in that country. When you go to Nigeria airport now, you are traveling, you see all of them. They're like a wolf. They are begging for money. They will print this one. The government has printed their own paper where if you are traveling out of the country, you are coming into the country. These are things you're supposed to bring in. These are things not supposed to bring. You declare, you sign. The boss who is Oga will print his own. The staff on the floor will print their own. So now you are signing 3 kinds of different paper and paying different kinds of money. In fact, I don't know how you people survive in that country. I don't know. I rest my case.
Okay, you said something from. I don't want to interrupt you. That was why I don't.
Yeah.
Okay, you said you made mention of because I was asking why will the face be covered. Now you said you don't want, maybe they don't want the person to be recognized. The person is underage, but they already told us the person in question. So if, for instance, they said Tinubu or the president is at so place, definitely his face will be shown now. They won't have to cover it because everybody knows the president. And for those who does not even know the president of Nigeria, by that they will know, okay, this is the president of Nigeria. They would have left the face open so we'll confirm what they are saying.
Okay. So you know the person's name. Do you know the person's name?
I don't know the person's name, but if the face was uncovered,
don't mind them. That's propaganda.
Those who know the person will be able to say, okay, yes, it's true. But
it's
this
propaganda.
One, we don't know who they're talking about.
It's propaganda. They didn't release anybody. They went there and took only picture with the guy and covered the face. You understand? Don't mind that man. Don't mind that man. That man, we already know him. We know him. So when we're talking about Ejiofor is we know him. It's not a matter of IPOB because no matter of IPOB. Where that man is going, he said that he's a well, the first day that he said that he's a light of St. John and a light of Murumba, whatever. I know that day. I know that man, or listen, people supposed to fear him. You understand? Because this man now has done a lot of things that people don't know. He come out and say that our leader said that our leader sent the message that they should repatriate our prime minister to Nigeria. For what? Did our leader did not even a single day that our leader is talking about Nigeria, that our leader is against Nigeria by 100 times, anytime, any day. That's how our leader doesn't have anything to do with a politician. This man come to radio and start making noise. We know him. They are afraid, now they are afraid because they know that Biafra is already here. That is why they are afraid. They are doing everything possible to make sure that this Biafra did not come in there. To make sure that Biafra there's nothing at Biafra again. That's why they are doing everything they are doing. And they know that our prime minister is serious. Some of them know that man is serious, very, very serious. That everything he said must come to an end. It must come to pass. That's why they plan how to go. They want to assassinate him. But some people, my problem is that some people don't want to open their eyes. They don't want to open their brain. They were saying that he's working for Tinubu, he's working for Atiku, he's working for Nigeria government, this and that and that and that. Now they have seen it. That is why these people now plan how to go assassinate him. So when people are talking, when we are talking,
in Finland.
Yeah, that's what they plan. That's what they plan now. That's what they are.
It's not
That's what they are. In
possible.
fact,
It's not possible.
It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not. They know that it's not possible, but they know
Do they
they are
think
fighting
Finland is like
in vain.
Nigeria?
Yeah, they're fighting in vain. They're fighting. They made the mistake. They made the same mistake that they keep on making in the initial time. That is the mistake that they're still repeating. You understand? But we know very soon, the result will blow. The result will blow. Someone who call himself an Igbo man and a Biafra will wake up and say that he's fighting against it at home. Why that something that brought it at home has not been solved? And they want to tell me that for me, if it is me, because I will give them more than 2 months. Anybody who don't want to stay, whatever he see, he will take it like that. You understand? I'm very, very happy that my brother has spoke about all these things. But I just want to let them know that must is now, but now for me, now the sit at home is must. Because our Prime Minister has come out and made the provision to people who doesn't have anything. How we can be able to help them.
Okay. Excuse me. Let me ask you a question in this last comment you just made now. I am not against sit at home. I am not against it at all, right? All I want in Nigeria is peace. But since Nigeria is not working, let the Biafra people go. Let them give them their Biafra nation so that let them go and do their own country, right?
My sister,
Where am I against the sit at home? Is when you say sit at home, my dear brother, if you are in Nigeria, people are suffering.
If you are not talking, please mute. Please mute. If you are not talking, mute, please. All
these poor people that, like I said, sit at home. I don't have problem with sit at home. Sit at home, they have there's a purpose for it why they are doing sit at home, right? But my concern is this sit at home, but you just said now that they're gonna help people the poor people, so I don't know how they're gonna do that, because a lot of people, they are suffering right now in Nigeria. Some people cannot eat 1 square meal a day, especially the poor people. My dear brother, the poor people cannot even eat meat. I know people who have a month, they have not eaten meat. Where would they see the money to buy meat? So if you are telling me now that this sit at home, they are going to do for 2 weeks or so, that they are going to go around everywhere to give the poorest people some money to feed, that would be great. But I don't know how they're gonna do it, because Nigeria is not well organized. They never organize nothing, But if they can do it,
you see, it's not easy. I know that they can do something, but it's not easy. Every good thing in this life does not come easy like that. Understand?
Yeah.
Like now, if there is war now, will you tell me that if there is war, that some people they will come out and be looking for food to eat or something like that? They will not come out like Russia now fighting war. Some people there, are they taking for food? They are not taking for food, but because of that Biafra thing. Biafra is not like other countries. Maybe you say that their freedom, they get their freedom easy. No, Biafra is not easy. It's not easy coming like that. That is why you see everything. That's why you see all this propaganda going around.
Can I say something here?
Mr. Owe,
yeah.
Mr. Mas, good morning. Welcome, sir.
Mr. Mas, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, bro. Good morning, my people. Good morning to my co-panelists and those that are listening to us. May God bless Biafran people wherever they are in Biafra land, in the diaspora. May God bless our mothers and our fathers. May God bless the young and the old. May God bless NNAMDI KANU wherever he is.
Yeah.
May God strengthen his spirit. May God strengthen his spirit and also strengthen the physical aspect of him. May God bless Simon Ekpa. May God bless all the media warriors, including my brother Alex O, Kevin, and the Priye, May God bless the ESK that are doing wonderful things in our land. May God bless every real agitator who wants the peace of Biafrans and the exit of Biafrans out of that illegal contraction I called British franchise that has subjugated them for so many years, for so many decades. May God bless all of you. And I said, anytime all your finances that you have wasted in this struggle for the restoration of Biafra and the freedom of our people, may God replace it for you in 100-fold. And at last, may He give us the Biafra that we so deserve. I would like to speak to my sister that said something concerning making availability of food for our people, to our people that are suffering. I fought wars. I fought over 6 wars when I was in active military service. I do not know whether you heard of Liberian War that started early 89, 90, till the time I went there 1994, until the time I left there 1998. I spent 3 years, 8 months in Liberia fighting all through. Let me tell you what they were eating, majority of them. It is in a situation, nobody prays for war. But if it is inevitable for you to get your freedom, there is no price that you cannot pay. One cannot pay. Someone who is determined cannot pay for their freedom. People were eating what they call yam cabbage. Yam cabbage. Or palm cabbage. That was what they were eating. They call it palm cabbage. People were living on fruits alone. When you have injuries on your leg, you use hot sand to cover it. People were driven into the forest. It was the coming of ECOMOG that really, that released them of the ordeals that they were going through during that war. Biafrans, haven't they fought war before? Are we not fighting war today? What is more war than you going to Lagos to clear your goods from Lagos to the southeast or south-south? Do you know that it takes you pay more to transport your container from Lagos to south in general, to south, south, and southeast, than to bring them from China to Lagos? Is that not war? Is that not war? When people are being chased away from their land, most people in Nigeria today are living in IDPs. In Liberia, when people are chased away from their ancestral land, they live in IDPs. Those that cross the border will be refugees. I witnessed all those things. In many wars, both peace enforcement and peacekeeping operations that I attended. I am just 48 years. And what I have seen in this life is not something that anybody I would dream, even for my enemy. But when it is inevitable, you throw them away and fight for that just cause. You fight for that just cause. It is not only what you are going to eat, but this is the reason why we keep worshiping the caliphate, because you want to eat. You want food to eat, and they are invading your lands. I'm a Ghanaian. My mother is a Biafran from Abia State. I fought even more than some of you that are reborn of Biafra land. When I see people with my experience that I've experienced, when I see people talking of food, what are you going to eat? What did the people eat when they were locked down during COVID-19? If you look at the statistics, according to MBS, Nigerian Bureau of Statistics, 133 Nigerians before, that was, I think, before the presidential election, were below poverty line. Poor people, 133. And by the time Buhari, the imposter, left office, he added, instead of releasing or bringing out that number, removing some of them from poverty line, he now injected another 4-point-something million, making it over 137 to 38 million Nigerians. Half of your population are living below poverty line. The poverty rate, irrespective of how we are poor in Ghana, is less than 20%. But your poverty rate, with all the resources Nigeria has, is over 40-something%. And you have so much. Are you eating food in Nigeria? What food are you eating in Nigeria? Are you not at war? Are your families, if you are living abroad, are your families living in Nigeria not at war? Can you roam the street of your town without looking back? Without thinking, if I am going to reach my destination without somebody kidnapping me, is that a war? How do you define war? In the army, we say it's waste and repair. No, it is not. War is when you can no longer live free in your own country. That place that you call your own ancestral land, that you cannot live free. You can't move freely without fear of being kidnapped or killed. That is war. That is war. They've been killing us all along. And when people come out to to tell you, give you solution on what you should do, you say you are hungry, you look for food. That is why Esau suffered today. Because of porridge, what I'm going to eat, you sow your birthright. And that is what is happening to us. That is what when I come out here to condemn some of our people in Biafra land, I know the reason why I'm doing it. When they find out that you are going to be a threat to them, to the Nigerian terrorist government, they will bypass the rest and go and give the other person money. When they see that one that is very, very active, that they know that they can use, they call him in Abuja and give him contract. And that person will come back and begin to play the script they wrote for him or her in Abuja. If we begin to look for food, the Fulani, armed Fulani herdsmen will take over your land.
Yeah, they will finish us. They will take
over your land. Let me tell you the reason today. Hold on, bro. Let me tell you the reason today. When you say because of what you are going, it is because of the contrast and juicy, what do I call it? Opportunities our politicians have in Abuja. That is why they are kicking against the freedom of their people. That is why they will bring you out to slaughter, whereas their counterparts in the north are praising their own known terrorists. What are we doing to ourselves? I listened to Simon Ekpa when he says something that even the 12-day sit at home, he said the IPOB, the real IPOB, will look for ways to help them in terms of food and other things. How much do IPOB have? How much do IPOB has to pay to do such things? How much have we contributed to it in order to give our people food? How much? My sister that is talking right here now, how much? I don't know. How much have you contributed towards that? You see, there is a proverb they say in Igbo land, I cannot, because my ancestors reincarnated and came back as my own child, then I will now stuff that child with food to death. I will not do that. If you really know that your freedom is paramount, with freedom you can do everything God has, the talents, the ingenuity God has imposed in you. Without freedom, you cannot do it. Tell me what is happening in Nigeria. Do you have freedom in Nigeria? Is that not act of war? You see the man in Delta, in Okpanam. The children were in the house. The children were in the house. The trigger-happy NDLA came in there and shot at the son, died. I think the daughter sustained injury in the eye. Is that not war? Which other thing do you want to say that you, tell me, just tell me. When you come out there to protest, they send their trigger-happy operatives to come and kill you. Protest, which is civil disobedience, that you are expressing your, unhappiness of what is going on. They will come there again and kill you. Then sit at home is part of the same protest. It is your right. If I decide to sit at home, whose problem is it? I say I want to sit at home because I'm not happy. If I go out there, you kill me. Let me sit at home. And you people are complaining of food or what you are going to eat. Anyway, I will leave it with you people. If you are going to, because of what you will eat, and you go out there and disobey and refuse to obey the sit at home, glory be to God. But if you know that what the sit at home is your civic responsibility in order to protect your well-being, your integrity, your whole self, then sit at home and forget about the food. Even here in Ghana, anytime there is sit at home, I do sit at home. I sit at home and sometimes I don't even eat. I'm a Ghanaian. Thank you so much and God bless you.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. Kewa and Priye. Sister Kewa and Priye. Hey, network has run them down. Oh my God. Hey, Zoo.
You see, my brother, is it not part of the war we are talking about? When look at in Ghana, you hear me clearly. I speak clearly. There is no time that I'll be speaking and you will have this kind of. But look at Nigeria. Is that not war? When you sit down, think good things of life are made scarce for you to get in a country that is so blessed. Is that not war?
War. Very it is a very big war. They are waiting when fighter jet and a helicopter. Hi.
I don't know if Alexo is here. Alexo, please come and support Priye and Keve, because their network is very, very down. I don't know what is going on. We can no longer hear them.
Even Alexo, I don't know. I don't think maybe Alexo is around. I don't think Alexo is around.
Yes. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad. You see, so my brother, that is the real thing. You know, I just heard on the headline the talking point that the supporters of NNAMDI KANU has been released by the court. Is that true?
I haven't saw it, but I know. For me, I know that is not true, because if it is true, how can Nigeria government is not getting it easy with anything called IPOB or whatever. They cannot release anything called IPOB. It's a propaganda. For me, it's a propaganda. Although I haven't seen this in here.
You know it might be true, because when these people I think they were the people that were going to Abuja to protest against the illegal detention or the trial of NNAMDI KANU. I think those were the people they arrested. I think so, the supporters. But what crime did they commit? Is it not Asari Dokubo that went to Abuja with 1 million march, according to him, to support Tinubu? Did anybody arrested them? Did anybody arrested them? Why is it that we always keep quiet when our own people, what other people would do and get out of it, when our own people do it, they get arrested? Is that not war that I'm talking about here?
Samazi, this is the photo. Now, I don't know, because if truly this person is one of the supporters, I don't know why it should be covered. So I don't know if this information is, although that's what they said, that's the information that was passed across, that they've released one of the supporters.
From which news portal?
The Sahara Reporter.
Okay, it might be true, because they said the supporters. What I saw, supporters. It might not be one person. I believe that it was those people that were arrested when they were, protesting the detention and the trial of Mazuna, while the trial was going on. And I think these are the particular people. But I will go back and read it through and find out who the people are, and where they arrested them, whether in Abuja or in Biafra land. So I'm not going to talk more on this, but if actually that they have released them, discharged them, released them, glory be to God. Whether they discharged them or whether they did not, our struggle continues, my people. This is what we have called to do. And God is going to strengthen us to do it, and we are going to do it. Play your part. A particular dog told the owner. The owner was afraid. Oh, if I throw this meat, this bone outside for you, the demons will come after you and collect it from you. The dog said, no, master, throw the bone outside and leave the fight between me and the demons. Leave the fight between the to it. Okay, so do what you can do and leave the rest for our God Almighty to take care of. As simple as that. Thank you.
I think Mr. Owepalis, please, your submission in just 5 seconds.
Yeah, quick one, because there's not so much noise here. You see, Brahmas, problem that we have, we Biafran that we have, is that when we see that maybe police is harassing our people or harassing anyone around us, everybody, like, they will keep quiet and pass away without no intervention. That is the problem. That's one of the problems that we used to have. If that everybody will say, I don't care, this thing did not concern me, Look at what happened to Imo State. In Imo State, when they imposed Governor who posed on them, nobody, other ones from Anambra, Ebonyi, Enugu, they did not talk. They say it's not concerning them, because after all, they are not the one. So, because you see what is happening now, And what is happening in Imo State now is happening in NNAMDI State now. It's happening in Enugu State now because no one cares. You see, that's the problem we have right now. We have already learned a very big lesson. I know that this is what we're supposed to do. We're not supposed to be keeping silent when things are happening to our fellow brothers and sisters. You see, that this is much problem. That's the much thing that I think this is the much thing that if we can be able to put it on the work, it will help us so much. That's right. Look at this man, this king who is talking about in Lagos. He's in jail. He's in prison now because of he said that he's going to inform IPOB. They will come and protect things in Lagos. They now put him, and when they put him in jail, everybody keeps silent. That is why you see all this is happening. And these people now, they see that they say they release. There's almost 2 years. Almost 2 years now. If I'm making a mistake, it's more than 2 years now. That's right. Because when they carry them, everybody keep calm. Everybody just keep silent and say it did not concern me. That's why you see they still remain there now up to now. Well, I will call on my people that they should wake up. They should wake up. This is war. They will not waiting for when they will see a private jet or armor tank or this copter or throwing bomb from there. They will know that's war. Now, war is going on in Biafra land. So they should wake up and fight for their freedom. Thank you so much. Ramas, I thank you.
Thank you. Is it Mrs. or Miss West Wifey? Please, can you give us?
My sister. I think one of these men was saying, you see, we Africa, we have a lot of problem to, I don't know, the way we address things and the way, because we are all individuals, so every individual, we all have our opinion, yeah, to say on a particular issue. One particular issue, 5 people can have different opinion. The way we reason and the way we handle things is so different, very, very different. You know why I say so? I've lived here in the UK for 22 years, and I still love my country, Nigeria, or whatever they want to call it. If they break up, we get Biafra, fine. I still want peace to reign. So we cannot be comparing the war that happened, the genocide. It's not really a war in the 1960s. Or we cannot be talking about the genocide that happened in Liberia for 9 years. There was war in Liberia for 9 years, 9 good years. I know that history very well because I'm related somehow to, to be a Liberian and to be a Nigerian. So when I see the way white people reason, the way the British people reason, on that many we are saying is the British people that put us where we are today, yes. But with the way we African reason and the way we take our versation, to solve our problem, not to forget it and come together and resolve a problem, it's gonna be hard. And in among those we Biafrans, we are fighting for Biafrans, you will see there's division among us. This one is not a IPOP, this one is this one. So it's so complicated, And another thing again, like the other man was accusing me, how much have I contributed, blah, blah, blah. This war, yes, there's war. Right now there's war. We don't have to say gone before we say there's war. What is happening now in Nigeria, like he emphasized, there's war. You cannot walk freely outside Nigeria right now, along Nigeria, anywhere now in Nigeria. By 6 o'clock, you're in your house. They're just shooting gun. Nobody is safe, So there's war right now. It's not like everybody starts running, right? But we don't pray to see war in this 23rd century that we are right now. We don't want it. Because I experienced war a little bit when I was very young. Anyway, I was still a child. So we don't want to see war. This kind of the other real part of the war. He just, analyzed in Liberia or in the 1960s in Nigeria. We don't pray to see that type. But the one that is going on now in Nigeria is still, in fact, is disgusting, right? So I'm from Delta Igbo, right? So if they have a union back home, say say they contact me and say this is what they are doing for the whole community. Oh, I'm ready to contribute money. That is not a problem, because I'm from Delta Igbo and I have relative who lives in Okpanam, who lives in Asaba, so I know what is going on right now. Even the soldiers who are the Biafran soldiers who are in the bush everywhere in Delta State, in Delta Igbo, yeah, trying to, they are doing well. They are very nice guys, very calm. They are protecting all that area, drive away all this Fulani. But there are some part of Ibuzo and Okpana that the Fulani herdsman cow, they are still there, shit everywhere, like somebody is telling me, yeah, all their messes everywhere, right? Because who allowed them? It's our own politicians. After collecting money from this Buhari, then Buhari just flood these people everywhere in the whole country. So the problem in Nigeria right now is everybody. Everybody's corrupt in that country right now. You know, like this other guy was saying, this Ejiofor of a person, you know, trying to betray the Biafra people. See what he's doing underground. He's a traitor to Biafra land. You know, so if they call me now in my community, says this is what we are doing, because they're gonna do lockdown for 2 weeks, and this is what they're gonna do, I will contribute money. But it's not well organized. You see, African people, I am telling you, my dear sister or my dear brother, they are difficult people. They cannot rule themselves. They can't. Honestly speaking, I'm telling you, they can't. They can't. We complicate things with our own hand. Even in this day and age now, in this 21st century now, even our politicians, they cannot improve. Look at the mess they are doing now. In this day and age, in this 21st century now, where other countries, look at Ghana. I remember in those days when Ghana people were, when they ran to Nigeria with their Ghana bag, we are calling them Ghana bag. I took a lot of people to my village to go and stay. Ghana people, they taught us you can eat cassava leaf and cocoyam leaf. We don't eat it in those days in my place where I come from. You know, when Ghana people invade, when they invade, they came. I took many to my village to go and stay.
Sister, you are right.
Our cassava leaf. People were like, you know, some people were laughing them. You see, it's our African mentality.
But
they taught me how to eat cassava leaf and cocoyam leaf, and it was delicious.
Sister, hold your thoughts there. Do you know that they eat? No, you see, cassava leaf is very nutritious.
We don't eat it. It's good that eat it.
Hey, good. So even in Liberia, I never knew that they can eat potato green. What they call potato green, that is potato leaves.
Yeah, the sweet potato.
Yes, I never knew that they can eat it. I ate all those things over there. When I left Nigeria, where I returned to my father's land, hometown, I was surprised to see people eating. Here we call it kontomre. That is cocoyam leaf, kontomre. Okay. And people, they eat also this cassava leaf. You see? So these are some of the things. It is not easy, but carry on, sister.
So what happened? Like I was speaking to them. I always contact my families, my extended families, relatives. Like on Thursday, there was a big problem in that Okpanan side where this NDA people, useless people, you know, they want to arrest these guys who are selling tramadol. They start shooting. They don't do things professionally. Yeah, that is why now the Kanu call them zoo. Nigeria is a zoo. Nigeria is a zoo country. Everybody there behave like animals. They don't use their brain. They don't think. They don't know anything like awareness. They don't. Even the politicians. I was talking to a politician during the weekend. I was telling him I was really bitter. And he said, oh, you don't really like politicians. I said, no, I don't like Nigerian politicians. I said, you are a politician. You are from Delta State. Now you are in Abuja clapping hands for Tinubu. Yeah, all because you are looking for position just to enrich yourself. This is wrong. This is very, very wrong. Okowa came. Okowa has his own police. Nigerian police is there. All the forces is there. Road safety is there. Whatever is there is there. If you go in Asabana, you are driving a car. All the road as small as Asaba, you will see 5 road officers. They march. When you drive, you'll be giving them money. Give them. When you come back, you give them money. Give them money. I say, what kind of wahala is this? What kind of a rubbish country is this? Eh? A policeman will stop you when you are trying to say, I'm gonna film you, what you are doing is very wrong. We tell you, he will start cocking his gun. You don't do that in the Western world. You don't do that here. You don't do that here. Look at Asare Tokumbo, who came out and said, my father used to sell the Igbo people. He's showing AK-45 on a social media, and he was not arrested up to now. The problem of Nigeria is, one, Nigeria is a lawless country. Two, Nigeria is very corrupt. Three, all the people, Obasanjo, Babangida, all of them that have ruled Nigeria, all the past governor, president, all of them, if they were all accountable to put them in jail, they embezzle money, all this rubbish will not be happening, because Nigeria is a very rich country. I love to come back to Nigeria and live there because of the weather and the food and everything. We are all tired here in diaspora. We are all tired. I'm tired here in UK. It's cold. There's no social life here. It's walk. There's no life here, I'm telling you. So right now, all these governors, when they come in, they get their own police that is collecting money. Abba. You see, so right now, what I did, what happened on Thursday, that one is, by the way, where they finally shoot that woman from nowhere. They go and went to the woman's shop and killed the 2-year-old boy, blah, blah, blah. Now, on Friday, on Monday, another one happened again. When the Biafran soldier who are in the bush in Apanan came out to say, I don't know, some people, because sometimes they don't really know what is happening in Nigeria. Everybody is confused. They are hearing different news. That's to show you how useless the country is. So some people say, some people, they were telling them to go and sit at home. People refused on Monday. So they were now this clash between Nigerian soldiers, Biafran soldier, and the Nigerian police. Who are the Nigerian police? Those Nigerian police, they are Biafrans as well, fighting the Biafrans. So finally, I think they killed 3 people and then 1 civilian. They were shooting around that area, the whole area. They were shooting one man house. All the bullets destroyed the man CCTV, so the man will not capture what is happening. Up to today, they didn't read it on the news in Asabana, Okpanam, and all those areas. So now I'm talking to my family people back home. I said, so some people ran away from their houses to go and sleep in the church. So I'm saying to them now that they will be locked down for 2 weeks from 31st, what you guys will do, how many people would I send money? I've done my best. Anyway, I will send them money very soon so that they go and buy rice and buy dry fish and buy whatever is dry so that they stay at home. If they say stay at home, stay at home. But the one that is annoying me is this stay at home now. Innocent people are dying. The poor people are the ones dying. You see? I'm saying to people, why can't they go after all these politicians, after all these governors, they say they can't, because all those people, they have big soldiers, they have plenty soldiers guiding them. So these ones are not enough to go and attack them. So it's the poor people that is suffering it. It's very, very painful.
Okay,
Yeah, my sister, that is why.
I'm coming. My sister, you have said quite a lot of things that touched me. You see, if you really know how Nigeria, you see, from the time most of us that were active in the Nigerian army left, that organization became a Boy Scout. You see, we have procedures. We have procedures on how to, go or behave when you are in what we call internal security and densely populated area. You don't just shoot, because if it is at close range, that bullet can hit more than one person. At close range, it will pass and enter the other person. At close range, it won't remain in the body. But if it is, let's say, 300 meters or above 300 meters, it can remain in your body. But close range or point blank shot will pass. It will burst out and go to the other side. That is how it is. That is how it is. So I do not know how these guys are being trained today. And when you look at what they are displaying, their attitude, against the Nigerian people, my sister, you will know that these people are not professionally trained. They are not professionally trained. Half-baked security operatives. I was trained in so many places outside the country, and you know how to maximize the weapon, and you know how to, so that innocent people will not be killed. That is how we were trained. But this one, you saw it now. My sister, you saw it. Is it not the Boko Haram, repentant Boko Haram that they didn't you see them when they were training? Is that act of professionality? You saw them when they were training. I do not know how they teach them skill at arms, tactics, and all the things that you need to do. You personalization of that your rifle and the munitions that were given to you. I do not know how they train them in handling most of those things. They just put on the uniform, they don the uniform, they just come out and start shooting anyhow. And what worries me is this paramilitary, the NDLA, the police, and the rest of them. We call them paramilitary. They are not among the armed forces. The armed forces is Air Force, Navy, and the Army. The rest are paramilitary. They call them civil. They are civilian, security agents. What we know and the weapons that we are trained upon is not what they have, and they don't know about them. Handling of weapon is one of the most important things that you would do in your life as a professional security agent, especially for them, we call it light arms. They carry light arms. Light arms, that is what they carry. They don't carry heavy weapons like the armed forces. So why can't you study and get acquainted with the use of your, in fact, if you don't use it well, you can even end up killing yourself as well or your colleagues. Accidental discharge has been happening. It's very, very occurrent when when people, if you don't use it well or make your safety very well. These are some of the things they teach you, and you know how to conduct yourself when you go into a densely populated area, so that innocent people will not be killed, just like that little boy of 2 years old was senselessly slaughtered by an unprofessional, trigger-happy security agent. You see, these are some of the things. See, for you, that aside. Now, going to how you are going to support, you can support the family at home at your own in your own capacity. But I think there is a procedure Simon Ekpa was bringing out. Look, IPOB is organized. I think you remember when NNAMDI KANU during the COVID-19, the little money our people were contributing as well is what he used to send relief materials to some places to our people in the villages. NNAMDI KANU did that, and it was successful. People clapped for it. People even, praised God and praised NNAMDI KANU. What the federal government, where they were hiding their own palliative, United Nations gave to them to give to the people. They hid it. It was NNAMDI KANU that suggested and brought out that idea. And our people, you saw it, our people were collecting relief materials during that lockdown. I believe that this man, Simon Ekpa, can also do the same thing. But the fact is that the problem is that how much is he going to raise for this? And how many people are going to benefit from it? When it comes to distribution of those things, it will be done very, very well. I believe that, just like they did it during NNAMDI KANU's time. You see, so that one, that aside, and you see, when you go, if you look at the killings that are going on, those that are, look, when you create an enabling environment for evil to prevail or foster, then you will see them coming out. Non-state actors, ESN is in the bush. That I know for sure. I do. NNAMDI KANU, did not like the action of the unknown government. But these police people have been killing the IPOB agitators simply because we don't carry rifles. But when they met the same people that can match them with what they have as well. Now you see what is going on. And mind you that even Hope Uzodinma, who is a critic of NNAMDI Kanu and IPOB, the real agitators, said that what is going on is not ESN or IPOB. He made that clear. It is politically motivated attacks. And for those of you that believe, because the Douglas House is a government, is the seat of government in Imo State. Not just too far away from there is the prison. And there are powerful HD CCTVs, cameras that are fitted that can trap anything within those areas. Those cameras were on when they invaded the prison. Where are the CCTV recordings? Where are they? Where are they, my people? They hid it. Let me tell you another thing, what Nigeria can do, which you people does not know. You said you are related to Liberia. When I was in Liberia, at the heat of the war, Nigeria single-handedly formed what they call LPC, Liberia Peace Council. Liberia Peace Council, headed by George Bole, a crown man from Granjide County, who hails from the same county or the same state, the same region as they call it over there, they call county. The same county with Samuel Kanyado, late Samuel Kanyado. George Bole was the head, the leader of that faction Nigeria created, Liberia Peace Council, LPC, Liberia Peace Council. They funded them, they gave them munitions, they gave them everything. To an extent, when they are overpowered, soldiers will go there to support them to fight. What makes you think that they cannot do the same thing in Southeast in order to destabilize our people and to criminalize, in order to implicate our people? What makes you think that they cannot do that? They can do it. That is why I don't have trust in them, because I know what they can do. Haven't you heard Asari Dokubo speak? If you are bringing non-state actors to act like state actors, what are you calling for? We heard it from Asari Dokubo, the pig in the creek, that they know his work in Nigeria in terms of security. Just imagine. Just imagine a militant comparing himself with a professionally trained military man, Navy, Air Force, even the police. A rebel. Who is a rebel? An untrained people that pick up arms to fight. These are rebels. Militant. You are not comparing yourself because they gave you the platform to speak the way he spoke. Then you are now comparing yourself with professionally trained military. He said what he said. Are you not sure that he was the one, or he is the one that they are using to perpetuate those evils? Haven't you heard of the special force? You see, these are things the Nigerian government can do in order to get at the people. When they discovered that Tampolo was warming up to do something, they went in there, they closed his mouth by giving him money, contract. Now tell me how that man now will even come out to, stand against the hand that has given him those contracts. This is the problem that we have. Not that our people cannot defend themselves. They look at us, they saw us, they know us more than we know ourselves. They play with us like people play Ludo. They know how to get at us. It's just money. Give them money or political appointment. They will be inviting soldiers to come and kill, whereas they are protecting their own terrorists. That is the problem we have with that place. And we can do it. I didn't say war is good. No, I have seen it happen in Liberia, in Sierra Leone, in Rwanda, in Yugoslavia, between the Serbs and the Crimeans. In Yugoslavia. The last war I fought was against the Cameroon, more of conventional warfare. You see, so these are some of the things, nobody prays for it. But if it is inevitable, my sister, there is nothing anyone can do about it. And as responsible people and responsible men and women, brave men and women, we can stand on it and, do it. It won't be long. It will not be long. And remember that there is serious problem in that land. Many people wants to leave that contraption, but because of how the place is, and their elites that are controlling them, they find it difficult. Do you know that there is a particular group in the middle belt, the middle beltans that are now going to come up again to agitate? Nigeria, I told many people in most of the platform that Nigeria is on the path of self-destruct. And Nigeria, don't be surprised. It's not just by war that people can get their independence now, my sister. You know that. It's not through war alone. There are referendums, there are processes that people can go and secure their self-determination and leave their old, the former. So it's not just through war alone. And we are capable of doing things. Those, at the helm of, affairs, know what they are doing. And strategically, they are following it one after the other. For me, I wouldn't like our people or lives to be lost, like the way we lost them in 1967, even before 1967, when the war started in 1967 and then 1970. Thank you so much. And I think this will be my final submission. May God bless all of you. May God bless our people.
My brother Maxwell.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. You have said it all, but I just wanted to shift one, like our sister said. Cassava leaf. It's only good that eat it in our side also. And we don't use it as food. You understand? So I want to thank my sister here. She's been a nice sister because what I like her is this. He agreed that she's a Biafran. Not those ones that will come that will be telling us, my mama say, I don't think I belong to that side. Because if some of our people that are in Western world can do as you are doing, as you believe, I don't think we will have much problem. Because most of us in diaspora have relatives in different community. If they can do as you said, even to use your mouth, support, claim, say you be Biafra, you love Biafra, it's a great thing. Because most of our people in the riverine area, some of our people in the delta side, they don't believe. But when Nigeria happened to them, they don't have any other places to go than to come back and think. You understand? So if about the war, there have been a war since Biafran war has not ended. Biafran war has never ended in Nigeria. You understand? Biafran war has never ended because assuming Biafran war has ended, there will be no marginalization. There will be no no federal government president, no foreign president in the whole of Eastern region. Nothing. Only Lagos and Abuja. How do you think about that? There have been wars in all this world. So what we have to do is this. You have to come out and support Biafra, whatever they are doing, and tell your friends, Biafra is the only hope. You don't have hope in Nigeria. Jesus Christ or Muhammad cannot make Nigeria better. The foundation is so rotten and so bad. The corruption is so deep. From childhood that they are born today, they are giving birth today, as knows that Nigeria is very corrupt. So you cannot, the way that you can amend it is to divide our country, either into three, or we go back to drawing board. But all these so-called leaders that you people are hoping on and are avoiding it. So thank you very much. That's my submission. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Thank you so much for your section. Mr. Owepala, thanks for coming. Mrs. Ellen, thank you. Lord Larry, thank you. And thank you for your super chat. And every other viewers out there, thank you for your comments. If you've not clicked on the like button, please don't forget to do so.
Let me please before my sister before my sister go, let me just say something to my sister. My sister, you have done well. Look, the Igbos, what they call, for me, I don't believe in Eka Igbo. I don't believe. If you call me Eka Igbo, if I'm from Delta State and you call me Eka Igbo, there is no difference, you know, to with someone that you call a nigger. Our people should stop calling Eka. There is nothing like Eka. If my, history lesson serves me well, I believe that there is what they call Igbo Ukwu and Igbo Nta. What our people, my stepfathers and those that were beyond them taught me in those days, the history. Where is Igbo Ukwu? Is Igbo Ukwu not in Asaba? Sister, Amazonia.
Yes.
Good. Where is Igbo Ukwu and where is Igbo Nta? Is Igbo Ukwu not in Asaba, Delta State? Okay. If Igbo Ukwu is in Asaba, then you have the Igbo Nta across the Niger. Then what is the difference? What is the difference? My sister, I can say I'm a Ghanaian. I can also claim Biafra because my mother comes from there. And nobody would demean me because my mother comes from Biafra and my father, or because my father comes from upper eastern part of Ghana. No, nobody would do that. And I will advise our people to stop this segregation, to stop in demeaning your own cousins, who in normal circumstances is supposed to be the head of the family. The same thing is going on in Ikwere. Some Ikwere people will tell you, we are Igbos. I listened to Nwabali. Is it James or Dennis or Andy Nwabali? I listened to that man yesterday. I came across that video in the Genjes, platform. I wept. That man spoke. He touched me. I almost cried listening to that man speak. The man said they are Igbos, but the Igbo, the greater Igbo in the hinterland, rejected them. The same abandoned property the Igbos in the hinterland suffered is what they also suffered, simply because their name were Igbo names. Sanekwere man, most of you must have heard from him. Andy Nwabali. We must find way to reunite those cultural organizations that are supposed to pick up all this and begin to reunite, reunify your cousins. When you fail to do it, your enemy will do it for you, and it is going to be to their own disadvantage. And that is what we are suffering today. May God bless NNAMDI KANU. May God bless this my sister that come out here to speak today. I pray that unification, that solid unification will happen in our own time. And all of us will join hands and celebrate both the Igbos in hinterland and those, our cousins, our brothers and sisters in the riverine area, irrespective of the dialect, the change in dialect you have. I believe that all of you have same value system, cultural system, traditional system, food and everything. I don't see any difference in there. Only that difference in accent and dialect. That is what I see. So I pray that all of you will find a way to come together and chase away most of these elements that are not many among us that are sowing the seed of discord and hatred among our people. Our children that we will bequeath Biafra to by the grace of God will not come back and begin to repeat the mistake that most of us are making today. I glorify God for giving me this opportunity to come here. And I glorify God for giving us NNAMDI KANU. I glorify God also for giving us someone like Simon Ekpa and all these media warriors, the Omuadas, the ESN, great sons and daughters of Biafra land. I say, may God continue to bless you. And those in this platform and those that are watching us in the comment section, please, thank you for joining. Anytime you want to come in here, please like and share the program. And God will not stop loving you and blessing you. God bless you all for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you all for staying tuned. I see you same time, same station tomorrow. Do have an amazing day.
Okay, thank you for having me.
We are going to fight our freedom from exile. And we are going to get this freedom from exile. You know, when we started this whole thing, we told the people that we will bring Biafra from diaspora. Some people did not know what we saw. You didn't know what we have seen then. When we were telling you that Biafra, we are going to bring it from diaspora, you don't know. It is happening today. We are going to fight Nigeria from afar. We are defeating them already. We are defeating them. We will fight them. We will defeat them. And it is going to, everything will end this year. We are